All right. So in this video, we're going to talk about phases. And when you think about phases in a construction project, you have to think about how kind of work goes from one step to another. So you don't typically have, like, for example, a hillside still being cleared out while a foundation is being poured, just in case that hillside something happens. There's safety issues involved. There's different contracting teams involved. It's a whole complex mess. But to kind of simplify how that works, I want you to think of more like, say, this is a dilapidated house, and we're going to destroy this one and build another one on the property. So phases would indicate different steps in that construction process, and especially the deconstruction process. So the steps might be a whole bunch of things. You could have bringing in trailers, demolishing the old structure, and then building the new structure, or maybe several steps of building the new structure, partially demolishing the old one, and adding on to it. So there's a bunch of different things that can be used in phases. We are going to keep it simple for this class, but it is something that's critically important for, especially if you're getting into home remodeling. Demo is a huge step of home remodeling. Before you have to demo something before you can rebuild the new stuff in its place. So to access phases, it's in this Manage tab right here, and then there's the button over here for phasing. And right now, Revit's going to have two options in here for us in this template, which is existing and new construction. And so far, we haven't kind of talked about this at all, but let's see. So down here in the properties of things, there's a phasing option. And by default, things are going to, at least as for what I remember, they're going to have their phase created in the oldest quote unquote step in the phases process. So in the current point, this is new construction, is our new construction phase. So for example, if I was documenting say a kitchen remodel in my weird little house that I have right here, then I could insert a phase after here, and this would be my kitchen demo. So this is where we demo the kitchen, and then I could rename this phase to kitchen construction. So this would, and then this is where we document new work. So, and then of course the existing phase in this case would be, whatever the customer currently has in their house. So this would be a simple three-phase project. You might have something where maybe it's a much larger project. Keeping it to this same scope, though, we could have something like maybe we do a kitchen. Once the kitchen's done, we do bathroom demo, right? And then after the bathroom demo, you have bathroom construction, and then maybe we're a super full service term, so after that there's a front yard remodel, and I mean maybe that involves its own demo phase as well. But adding all these phases can actually kind of, well, it's obviously going to complicate your project and how you're documenting everything, but it's going to increase what you can document, but you will have to keep an eye on some things here. So I'm going to hit OK, and we'll leave this set of phases up here. And so now, if I go into this house right here, let me just double check. So all of this is kitchen construction. Well, this isn't what I would have for that. This is all technically my original. So if I select all of this, I can move the phase to existing, because this is my existing house right here, right? And it's going to change color, and that's just kind of what Revit's going to do. And so because it's grayed out, I know that it's in a previous phase. So right now my level 1 has phase filter show all. So if I change the phase here to existing, oh, that was that. I want to do it on my 3D view too. Then I can create a new view for that as well. So now it's back in color. So Revit will actively show you kind of what's built in that phase. So if I was to rename this to 3D existing, and then rename level 1 existing. No. Oh, I should have done that. Yeah, no, that was right. I don't want to rename those, I just want a duplicate. Yeah, so that's what I should have done, was I should have right-clicked duplicate view with detailing. So then this would be my level 1 existing. Alright, so then from there I could duplicate this again. Duplicate with detailing. We will change the phase of this to kitchen demo. So I will rename this as kitchen demo just for me to keep track of which layer this is for now. It's a fairly simple method, but it works. So let me get all fancy in here and actually throw in oh, I don't know. Let me find something. Give me a minute. Okay, so just real quick, I threw in a table and 2 chairs. We'll call this my kitchen. So, go right there. Okay, so just to double check, when I place them, the phase create is existing. I may have actually gone in and manually touched that up. But so yeah, it's going to go in as the existing layer. Now, when I go to my kitchen demo layer, you can see that there's not really a huge difference here. But if I hit set this, or actually if I select all 3 of these, and I change the phase demolished to kitchen demo, then it's going to have, some things will be red, other things will have dashed lines, which you can kind of see around here. And if I duplicate my 3D existing, and we now have rename 3D kitchen demo, and then I'll make another one for kitchen new. Oops. Did I not hit the button that time? Kitchen demo. 3D kitchen new. And then we'll duplicate our level 1 again as well here, just moving through the project. And we will rename this to kitchen new. Okay, and then make sure that we change the phase on this. So let's see, phasing, kitchen, construction. So now here in my kitchen new, you can see that there's that's gone. It's not hinting that it's being demoed, because part of the purpose of demo plans is to actually show what's getting demolished in there, right? So in my demo plans, I indicate these are being demolished, and then in my new, they're completely gone. Let me see if I can fix the graphics here. Okay, so I just set this, the actual phase to phase show previous plus demo. I think show complete isn't what we want. So that should be the one we want for a demo phase. So again, let me make sure these are all just sharing kind of the same settings so that we can go through it consistently. So level 1, here's our existing. Level 1 with the demo indicated. Again, those chairs are probably a terrible choice, but we're going with them. We can get, actually we can move these off to phase existing because they don't need to be here. Same with these. Really? Well, alright, fine. We'll just delete the elevations. Okay, so just to keep it consistent, again, there's our step through. So now, let's say that For a new kitchen, we are going to install something else. So now we are going to have a whatever this is. Of course, it's not visible. And we will have a much larger table. How about that? So, giant table, and it goes somewhere else. Okay. So, again, just repeat the process. Existing, demo, this gets removed, this gets added. You can document all of those phases in your project. So what we'll be doing for your project next week, it will be using phases. It won't be anything as complex as just kind of um, my demo example here with that many. You're basically going to have an existing house that I will give you, and then you will demo it to add rooms to the space. So, which is a fairly typical project that you guys should be fairly used to at this point in the program. But phases are how we're going to accomplish that. So, that's all for this demo. And I will have a milestone for you guys later on in the week. So, see you in class.